Hey everyone, and welcome to this Explainer. Look, today we are diving headfirst into brand new day, and let me tell you, we're unpacking a massive story here. It's a tale of complete isolation, terrifying power evolutions, and honestly, the exact moment the institutional fear of mutants is born. So grab a seat because this gets really heavy really fast. To truly understand where we are, you have to look at the fallout from No Way Home. Peter's new status quo is it's absolutely devastating. Think about it. The whole world knows the mask, right? They know the hero. But the man underneath, he is entirely alone. Watching all his loved ones just go about their lives completely without him is causing this staggering psychological toll. And that mental weight, well, it's actually starting to manifest physically.
Section 1. The Forgotten Hero. Evolution and Aggression. So this extreme isolation is literally altering his physical body. He's suddenly faster, he's stronger, he's even producing organic webbing now. But there's a dark side. His temper has become incredibly dangerous. Right now, every single patrol is less about stopping crime and more of a visceral, constant battle just to keep his own rage in check. Naturally, he's terrified of losing control and hurting innocents. So he secretly adapts some of Bruce Banner's old research to build what he calls a universal DNA inhibitor. The goal here is just to stabilize these explosive power shifts. He genuinely thinks it's a medical cure. But as we'll see, he is completely unaware that he's just forged a weapon of mass suppression.
Section 2. An invisible threat. Mind control in NYC. Okay, suddenly, these high-security damage control facilities start getting hit by invisible mind control attacks. We're talking guards and everyday citizens acting entirely against their own will, like puppets. Anyone on the street could literally be a walking trap.
Realizing he is way out of his depth with this invisible threat, our hero actually teams up with Yelena Belova. Together, they discover this unseen presence that's just puppeteering bodies across the city. And the sheer chaotic unpredictability of this threat, it ends up drawing massive heavy hitters, like the Hulk and the Punisher, right into a city that is already on the edge of total panic. Section 3. Enter Jean Grey, the search for Sarah. Get this, the culprit behind all this chaos isn't some evil mastermind trying to conquer New York. No, it's Jean Grey. She's just a terrified young telepath. She is frantically tearing through people's minds and secure files because she's desperately searching for her captive sister, Sarah. And you know, this perfectly highlights the core theme of the whole story. You've got both Peter and Jean, and they are both profoundly alone, dealing with these terrifying, rapidly evolving powers. But here's the difference. While Peter forged a heroic identity to channel his pain, Jean is just totally consumed by fear and family drama. She's a hero waiting for a family, but she's being painted as a villain. Section 4. The Damage Control Conspiracy, the Birth of Mutant Fear. Enter director Bill Metzger. Now, this guy is operating under the guise of public safety, but he's actually twisted damage control into a secret black site lab. His real goal? Capturing people like Sarah Gray to experiment on and figure out how to neutralize superhuman abilities entirely.
The climax builds so fast here. Jean finally breaches this facility, but she is just minutes too late. Sarah is already gone. That sheer, crushing grief completely shatters her emotional barriers, and it supercharges her telepathy into raw, devastating telekinesis. And in the middle of all this absolute chaos, Peter reacts on pure instinct and deploys that inhibitor.
Guys, it is a catastrophic mistake. Seriously. By using that device to momentarily shut down Jean's powers, Peter basically hands Metzger the ultimate weapon on a silver platter. The inhibitor stops being a medical cure and instantly becomes a tool for mass suppression. Peter inadvertently births the entire institutional fear of mutants right then and there. Section 5, Winning with Words, Empathy over Force. So naturally, the inhibitor wears off, Jean's powers come rushing back, and all that grief instantly turns into pure, explosive fury. But Peter realizes something crucial. He knows that if he fights her, it only proves damage control's twisted narrative, that people with powers are just monsters that need to be put down.
So instead of going on the offensive, Peter does the bravest thing he possibly could. He drops his guard and appeals to her empathy. He actually talks to her about his own profound grief. It's like the story is telling us that true victory doesn't actually come with a punch. It comes when Jean actively decides to stop fighting. But then, out of nowhere, the Punisher fires a lethal sniper shot straight at Jean. And without even hesitating for a second, Peter throws himself in the way, intercepting the bullet and taking a devastating hit to protect her.
This ultimate act of trust proves to Jean that he doesn't view her as a monster at all, which actually prompts her to use her powers to heal him.
Section 6. A mutant multiverse future. Mending the past. After all that insanity, the dust finally settles, and Peter is left to face the ghosts of the life he left behind, kind of exploring those lingering threads of the spell that originally erased his memory from the world. It's really bittersweet. MJ actually finds his lost note, but, she needs time to process everything and rebuild those feelings. But Ned, this is amazing. They perform their old secret handshake, and through pure muscle memory, a bond that is somehow deeper than magic triggers, and he actually remembers the name Peter. It just goes to show that some true bonds survive, even without the memories. Meanwhile, Jean leaves New York entirely to go find her chosen family, which, by the way, completely sets the stage for the X-Men. But on the dark side of things, Metzger escapes with the inhibitor technology. The mutant struggle of coexistence versus suppression, it is officially born. Peter built a bridge of empathy, sure, but he also inadvertently armed the hunters.
But we absolutely have to end this explainer by talking about that mind-bending post-credit scene. Out of nowhere, Ned tracks a spider signal that is zooming way past Earth and deep into outer space. I mean, what is this, a multiverse variant? Some kind of massive cosmic threat? What do you guys think that signal means? Because it looks like the Spider-Verse is about to get unimaginably massive.